As we speak, the death toll is rising in Wayanad due to the multiple landslides. Over 70 people now have been confirmed dead in Kerala's Wayanad. Rescue operations, meanwhile, were also in full swing. There have been many survivors as well who have been rescued and rushed to the nearby health centers. On the ground, you can see NDRF, SDRF, these are the state and national rescue forces, but also the Indian Army. The Indian Airforce choppers, helicopters also have been pressed into service because the roads have been washed away. So for the rescue personnel to be able to reach to another location is also not very easy. Look at the drone visual, an aerial view of what has happened to several areas and locations in Wayanad. Completely washed away, and therefore the reason that choppers possibly will help in rescue operations. NDRF Rescue and all other agencies, along with civil volunteers as well, are tirelessly involved in the operations there on the ground. Many local residents of Kerala have also come in to help out with the trained rescue personnel in any manner that is required. Shilpa Nair is joining me on the phone line. Shilpa, you've been constantly tracking what's unfolding. What do you hear right now? Is it still raining in Wayanad? What kind of difficulties do you think are being faced by the rescue personnel? What is happening?
Pooja, as far as the rescue operations are concerned, the biggest challenge that they're facing at this point in time is that the weather conditions are not good. There's adverse weather conditions in Wayanad. In fact, the red alert has been issued for Wayanad and other northern districts of Kerala, and that is hampering the rescue operations because there are regions where this landslide has taken place that has been completely isolated. Nobody is able to reach some of these locations because either the road access has been completely cut off, the bridges connecting these places have been collapsed, there's water gushing in because several water bodies have breached. So because of these reasons, it's extremely risky and dangerous for the rescue personnel to go to these places by road. And the only other option that they have at this point is just to take the help of choppers. But in this case, because of incessant rainfall that continues in Wayanad, even that is not being that's not being done. Is what the Kerala Chief Secretary Venu has just informed media that there is a difficulty that they're facing in terms of carrying out rescue operations through chopper. So they're waiting for the weather to improve so that these choppers can go to these areas that are completely cut off and provide some kind of help to the people who are trapped there. In fact, there are several people who are trapped in a resort. We've been getting eyewitness accounts from Wayanad, and there are people who are, who took safety in a resort that seems to have, that is still there despite the landslide happening. The resort somehow was saved, and a lot of people took shelter at that resort. And they say, we tried to pull in a lot of people, we have saved a lot of people, but we're not able to give them any first aid, and nobody is able to reach out to us because such is the situation. And that is what is the most, concerning factor at this point in time, that the government and the rescue personnel are just not able to reach some of these spots where people are trapped to provide them help, even though some of them have been rescued by the locals there, to give them the adequate medical attention that they need. That is also extremely important. So all services, of course, being pressed into action to deal with this disaster.
Shilpa, then what happens? For example, what you're telling us is significant. For those who are injured, to be able to rush them, even the health centers in that area would have been affected. So they'll have to be rushed to either nearby hospitals that are kilometers away, or there are temporary health centers that are being built there in that area. So those arrangements will also be crucial. Do you think that's also happening?
Well, yes, that is, of course, being looked into. In fact, the Kerala government says that number one priority at this point in time is to ensure that they reach out to people who are trapped, they rescue them safely and give them the adequate medical care to those areas where the roads are, accessible, where the rescue teams are able to reach. The rescue work is going on in full swing. In fact, several people have been rescued and they've already been taken to nearby hospitals for further treatment, and health services also being mobilized in neighboring districts of Wayanad, because obviously with such a huge disaster unfolding, the health service infrastructure will also be overwhelmed. So more doctors, more medical teams are being rushed into Wayanad and its neighboring districts to deal with the situation.